welcome. I really appreciate you being here. I really love that tune that I start with. Most people probably don't. I don't know. I just really like it. I think it's awesome. And if I like it, that's all that matters. Here we are in our Park to Prem save, which is really beginning to look more like a Park to Park save because we are in our fourth season and still in the same division. We haven't been promoted, but we have hit the bar 3 times. Going out in the... let me get rid of the echo. The echo. There we go, that's better. Yeah, we've hit the post, the bar, whatever you want to say, 3 times going down in the playoffs. This season, we've got to miss the playoffs because I can't take the disappointment again. Some would say we are born to disappoint. And here we are currently into that 4th season. We've managed to hit around about the 10-game mark. Teams are all over the place with how many games they've played. We're sitting in a good position in 10th place. 10th place. That's not what I meant to say. In 2nd place after 10 games is what I meant to say. And there we go. So, yeah, we're doing okay. Morpeth Town look like they're going to be one of the teams to run us all the way to the line. It could be any one of these 4 teams here who keep us company if we can keep going to the top, of course. I would suggest that some of these guys, Stockton Town in particular, I thought they were going to be nailed on for promotion again. When they came down, I thought maybe they will be straight back up again. But actually, Morpeth Town look more impressive than them. I just wondered, when do we play Morpeth? So we haven't played them yet, I'm pretty sure of that. Because I thought we were playing them once, and we weren't. And the team we were playing against played really well against us as well. I think it was FC United. So no, we haven't played them yet. They are coming up in November, so that may not be at a time when we're on stream, unfortunately, because I am trying to get through as much of the save as possible so that we can get to the run-in off stream and we can continue on stream with the important games, because we are now in our 4th season. We are one of the better teams in there now and being recognised as that. We have to finish in the playoffs this season or we will fail our objectives with the board. Whereas before it's always been a lower in the league sort of minimum expectation. Now they are asking us to actually finish in those playoff places. So we have slowly but surely built a very good team in this league. And if we go to the squad, I'd just show you, first of all, let's look at the goals. So we've got Big Tell is leading the way with 12 goals. 10 goals from 11, 12, I can't read. From 12, too many numbers close to each other. 10 goals from 12. Let's see if we can resize all. There you go. That makes it a little bit more distinguishable. And I might, if I can. Can you? Now, you used to be able to put a divider in, but I can't see it. So maybe we can't do that anymore. I don't know. But yeah, so 10 goals for the big guy, Big Tell. Big Tell, Big Bad Tell. And then Connor Heath. I mean, this auto resize has not done a very good job because we can't see the names of the players. What is that all about? Then Akarakiri's chipped in with 6 goals and 3 assists. He's been playing pretty good. Mensah's scored 3 goals and 1 assist, but not for us. But he still appears in our list. Alex Hurst, 2 goals and 4 assists. So him and Tyrese Anika are both doing very well with the creating. Bailey Hester is the one who's been creating the most, so 6 assists for him. And Mackenzie Bradbury is also doing pretty well on the assists. If we look at our fixtures again, just to see what we can expect to see today. We're still in the FA Cup, having just recently beaten Hanley Town in the second qualifying round. We go to the third one and we play Corn. Can't confess to knowing a lot about Corn. Let's see where they are. What league are they in? Southern League Premier. So I think it's the same tier as us. Basically, just obviously it's a pyramid, so in one of the other leagues. And they're right near the bottom as well. So hopefully that is another match that we can progress in. Because we could do with the money. Our finances are okay. We made a massive profit last season. The tax man took most of it. We were well over 300,000, and the tax man had his fill, and we're down to 277,000. We are projected to shrink. We are overpaying on our wages, which I've been trying to sell a goalkeeper that would basically eradicate that, but he's not drumming up the interest. So we have been using him, and he has been playing quite well. I should rest my players while we think about this. So if I go to picked and all the way down to Big Tell, Big Bad, training, rest, 2 days. I will move on to our next game, which is Bradford Park Avenue. Last season, this would have been a really difficult game. So I'm not counting my chickens that this will be another victory for us. I did want to change something on my tactics just because I've noticed that in most of the games, we are going behind first. So I'm thinking of starting unbalanced and working up to attacking. We do seem to be a lot more effective when we're on very attacking at the moment. But I think that is indicative of being a better team than the team that you're playing. I think if you go very attacking, then sometimes the teams who are weaker than you start to crumble. As we saw in the last game that we played, we were 1-0 down, went to very attacking, got the equaliser, got the goal that put us in front after scoring a goal that was ruled out for offside. I think it was offside, so I'm not going to complain about it. But we managed to get ahead, and then we dropped to cautious because they would then have to be coming after us, and we then got a third goal just to wrap up the game. And so I think starting on balance might stop those early goals that we're conceding. That's the hope anyway. Apparently, this bit does my head in. Why do people keep leaving? Messing up my mentoring groups. So we're down to 5 now, and I don't think he's got the player who I want mentoring even in one of them. That's a bit annoying. So here we go. For Bradford Park Avenue, do we keep the same team that was victorious? I think we do, although Heath is not playing too well in the last couple of games. He's still got a good rating, so we'll keep him in for now, but he has been struggling a little bit. The only thing I might do is give the goalkeepers a switch, a little switcheroo. Just looking at whether we want Campbell on the bench as well, because he will give us a little bit of a boost in the attacking areas, should we need it. It's really handy having these players who can play in multiple positions, because rotation becomes so much easier when we do that. So off we go. Bradford Park Avenue. Here we come. As the pointers highlight comes our way. Apparently we're up to 22 followers now. We are so close. So close to that 25 that we're aiming to reach. So if you are watching on Twitch and haven't I was getting stressed then. I was just looking at my stream ping and it said I was offline. Or I was talking to myself in the nether. But if you haven't followed me and you're on Twitch, I'd really appreciate it if you would just click that follow. Even if it's for a few weeks, just to help me get up to that 25. That's wow. Bradford Park Avenue very nearly scored there. I think if we don't score from this, I'm going to give them a blast on very attacking. Really go at them. They have been in complete control of us. We've definitely been struggling here. So let's chuck the kitchen sink at them for a quarter of an hour. See whether that makes any impact. Seems to have stopped their dominance in the game with nothing else. So Duerden, good ball out to Hurst. Hurst cuts back inside, then gives it to Akarakiri, who squares it to Bradbury, wins it back, gives it to Hurst. Out it goes to Haywood. Haywood, will he swing in the cross? No, he's come back to Bradbury, who shoots from distance. It sort of takes about 20 deflections and lands at the feet of Connor Heath, who tucks it home, and we can go back to balance and let them come at us now. Nice, easy tactic there, wasn't it? We didn't concede the early goal. Admittedly, we looked a little bit troubled, but it was only one deflection. Well, I never did. But it was a good goal either way. We've broken the back of this game now. Hopefully, we can just keep control of it in a nice, balanced fashion. As Akarakiri crossed in. Hey, I've just realised both keepers are called Hall. Either that or we just tried to score an own goal. Brooms heads it clear. Akarakiri finds Big Tell, who may have been offside, but it's half time. It doesn't matter. So I think we just try and encourage the guys to keep going. I think we're doing pretty good at the moment. So Ollie Haywood with a throw in a dangerous area. Now he swings in the cross, which takes a deflection, but lands at the feet of Hurst. Oh, what a shot from Bradbury there. He's scored a goal recently, and I think he's got a taste for the back of the net now. Wasn't too far off with that effort. So we're an hour in. Let's check the energy of everybody. Heath's got a good one. Big Tell is struggling a little bit with his thing today. I don't know whether to give him a break and put on Yecker up there. What do we do? It could be a risk, but I'm going to give Big Tell a rest. He doesn't get many rests in this season so far. Haywood is struggling as well. So I think we'll put Leach on for Haywood and drop Hester back into the left-back role. See, multiple positions really helps. Leach normally plays as a right-back, but he's coming in today as the attacking midfielder, and he's pretty good in that role as well. Got a good cross on him. as Brooms wins a header on Yeka. Hurst out to Leach. What will Leach do? He comes back to Andrews, who gives it to Bradbury. On the edge of the area, he's gone for a shot. Akarakiri, Hester plays it into Hurst, and Akarakiri gets goal number 7 of the season for him. He is really involved in everything that we do at the moment. Fast becoming the key player. He is what Porter was before he got stolen away from us towards the end of last season. And I would say that was what probably cost us promotion, because he was effectively our captain. He was our best midfielder, and because he was on a non-contract, somebody came in with about 6 games to go and took him away from us. It was Woking. If you want me to put the actual blame on somebody, that's who it was. We'll go to defensive. Hopefully that's not too early. So just bear with me. I think somebody's at the door. It was Mr. Postman. So here we go, last few minutes of the game. Looks like we've put ourselves another good result on the board. Hopefully not speaking too prematurely. Akarakiri and Hurst combining well. Poor Crosso in the end, and there is a counter-attack. And it looks a pretty dangerous one. With V. McCoy. Is his middle name Real? V. Real McCoy. Ah, that will be a great, wouldn't it? The real McCoy. Awesome. What a name. He needs signing just for that. So, leave match. What a good victory again. And it sees us go to the top. That was obviously our game in hand. We're 2 points clear at the top. Could this be the season where we're able to just steal that little march on the other teams? I think I'd be happier if we get to about 10 points clear. Until then, with all the heartache that we've had, I won't allow myself to believe that we're going up this season. So we've got Matlock Town in the FA Trophy. Now, last season, we made it all the way to the final of the FA Trophy. It proved quite lucrative for us. That was the main reason we have all that money in the account at the moment. We would normally, at this stage of the season, be sat with about 30 to 40,000 in the account. So to have 250,000 plus is pretty good. Oh, I should have rested the players. Oh well, never mind, too late. Whoa. Who's poaching players from me? Need to try and make a note of that guy's name and see what he comes out like. Tim Milner. Because that is not on. Let's make a note. Tim. If he turns out to be a wonder kid, I will not be impressed. I assume that means that if he ever goes for a lot of money, we would get some of that, but I'm not sure how it works. So Andrews is tired. Both of my centre-backs are tired, so we'll have to let them do half each, I think, is the way to do that. I might rest Big Tell. and give Xavier Jones his first start. Xavier Jones, he's had a couple of appearances where he's not really done anything, but he does look a reasonable player, to be honest. He's got good pace. Stamina's a little bit lacking, but finishing 14, heading 13. He's not particularly tall, so the heading's not going to be a massive help. But his first touch is good. Passing needs a bit of work on. I would say generally, he's got the ability to be a really good striker in this at this level. I think he'd be a fantastic striker, to be honest. And yet my board were not happy with me signing him. But he's only a backup to Big Tell anyway. So I should have checked exactly who we are against. I think it's Stockbridge or something like that. Let's just put this up. Yeah, Stockbridge Park Steels. Shows I've taken a lot of interest in who we're playing at the moment. Trouble is, we've played them that many times now that I think I've created a team that is better than most, and so I haven't been spending as much time. There were times in this game where we had to look at what the other team were doing to try and counter them, and that was working. But now we've got the team where it's up to them to counter us, and then we can make adjustments as things are not working. A good overlap. Ollie Haywood swings in the ball. It would be... I mean, that's a great header. Hit the crossbar. I was about to say that would have been perfect for Big Tell, but he's not on the pitch. But to be fair to him, the young lad, Xavier Jones, did a pretty good attempt at heading that in. Looped over the keeper and hit the bar. Into the 20th minute, we have a corner, swung in. Akarakiri plays it back out to Hester, and again out to Hester. Davis, Brooms, Bradbury, takes a shot, takes a deflection. It will be a corner, but we won't get to see it. We've had 4 corners now, and we've seen one of them. I really think it should show you more of these corners. So, Leach. Ball swung to the far post. Great header from Alex Hurst. And we have the lead again. So this is a good start. Tempted to move to attacking. Don't know if it's a good move, because we were already all over them, but move to attacking and see if we can just put this game beyond doubt. Preferably before half-time. Second half, the other team tends to come out looking a little bit sprightly. A long ball forward, which is... I thought he was going to take that in his run then. I'm assuming it's Hurst. So the attacking might have been a mistake. I don't know. We survived that little scare there. Was that a warning that I should be putting it back down to balanced? So we've given him a push till half time. It hasn't had the desired effect, so we'll drop back to balanced for the second half. And I really want to bring Big Tell on, but it might mean dropping Heath off for Big Tell. Where are you, Big Tell? Why are you not on the bench? I swear I put you on the bench. Oh, for crying out loud. Can't put Big Tell on it all. I've ended up giving him a complete rest. Oh, Muppet. Didn't mean to do that. Now, this is annoying. Brooms and Duerden, we're going to have half each, and Davis has picked up a yellow card and is complacent. So anyway, we'll have to stick with the plan. There. Campbell can come on for Heath, so we will rest Heath. But Big Tell is completely off the menu today, so I think what I've done is I think I've still got the FA Cup subs numbered and selected. So maybe I've put him as like the 6th or 7th sub and he's not counted in the league. That'll be a good thing with getting promoted. I think you get more subs. Should we ever manage it? Bradbury with a corner in the 56th minute of the game. And Jordan has won the header and scored the goal. And I'm claiming that one as that was my substitution. I'm having the assist for that one, Bradbury, not you. So we've actually managed to, so far, maybe speaking a bit too early, but we've managed to survive without the big man. Xavier Jones has done okay. He's not really shone in that position, but maybe he needs to play a different role. Let's give him a go as a centre forward for half an hour. We must have some tired people. Hurst is looking very tired, so Onyeka can come on for him. Unwin can come on for Akarakiri. And 20 minutes, is that too early to bring on Andrews? I think we save him just in case we get an injury. There's nobody that desperately needed to come off, so I think Hester probably needs to come off now. Let's give him just a couple more minutes. Right, now we'll make the sub. And if somebody gets injured, it's not the end of the world, so we'll sub off Hester and swap Andrews and Leach around. So Leach is now the attacking rotation. I love it. I really feel like the squad is a squad that you can utilise. It's probably, I know it's taken me a lot longer than I would have liked, but I think the squad that we've built works really well. And with Big Tel up front, just completes the picture. He's only 2.5 star guy at the moment, but he will keep playing until he's 5 star. With me, unless the big offer comes in that we have to accept, of course. So it's another victory. We are beginning to look like a team that could be able to dominate the league this season. So I'm having to try and keep my central defenders happy. There's only 3 of them. The rotation of them shouldn't be that difficult. But somehow, Davis is unhappy with the amount of starts he's been getting. And he literally complained after he started one match. I think we could lose Hayden Campbell at some point. His happiness is good, so that is one thing we've got going for us. But there are a lot of teams that keep showing interest in him. And he's on a non-contract, so they can just come in and sign him. Oh, FA Cup. So we're going to be playing Corn in the FA Cup. I need to at least rest the guys for one day, if not more. Ethan Brooms is on international duty. That's not good. What on earth are we doing with an international? So training, rest, 2 days. Now, that will overlap the match, but I will have control of selecting the team, so I don't think it will be an issue. So Hurst was tired in the last match, so we'll probably give him a rest. Trying to remember who else was getting tired, because it might be an idea just to rotate those guys out. I think Heath was getting tired, wasn't he? Haywood, for some reason, always gets tired. So, but if we take Heath off, Haywood needs to stay in because he's the vice captain. Hester got a bit tired as well. So we can put Barrett in goal. Hall can go onto the bench as the 7th sub. Brooms is not available. So we'll put Butler in his place and then switch Butler to Duerden. What foot is Butler, just out of interest? He's right-footed as well. They're all right-footed. Campbell can come on for Hurst. Onyeka on for him. Big Tell on for Xavier Jones. And I'm going to give Butler a start for Heath and Akarakiri. I'll tell you who has been playing very well for me and should be on the bench. Mr. Shepherd. In fact, actually, as far as compared to the amount of games that he's played, he's actually playing absolutely sensationally for me. So we'll put him on the bench. Unwin can drop out for now. And I think that is the maximum amount of changes we want to make at the moment. We don't want to make so many changes that we completely spoil the abilities of our side, especially when we want to try and get as far as we can in the cup. It's where the money is. So who I want to keep an eye on today is this young man, Butler. He's another one who's come through our youth system, so it is good for us to sort of like see how he progresses. At least I'm pretty sure he came through our youth system. Leach plays the ball long. Haywood, they've got to make a save. Ooh, that was close. So Corn are currently playing very well against us, which is a little bit disconcerting. Haywood has cleared the header. The ball's come back in. A good shot over the bar. Let's get at him. Attack, attack, attack. Get at them. We gave them 10 minutes of control, and now we're going to juggernaut them. We like to be an attacking team. Why is it saying Onyeka's not in a familiar position? He always plays that position. Haywood swings in the ball to Big Tell. He's scored. I think he might have been offside. Oh, we have the goal. Big Tell. Big Tell. Big bad. So that's a good cross from Haywood. And a very delicate header this time. He's getting so good, actually, with his heading. You can see the direction being put on the ball rather than just actually winning the header and hoping it goes towards a goal. Which is probably where he was as a 15-year-old. So here's Onyeka. Apparently playing in a position he doesn't understand, even though he plays there most of the time. Leach. Butler flicks the header around, and Campbell, I think, got in the way. We've got the corner, not totally sure what was going on there. Leach throws to Bradbury. A chipped ball to the far post, but nobody's there but Akarakiri and Hurst. No, got to do Campbell with the shot that hits the post. Where's Butler again? Keep Butler highlighted. Onyeka tries to swing the ball in. Butler wins the ball and gets it again. And Nathan Butler with a goal. Whew. I feel like sometimes this game makes you look like a good manager for no reason, just so that it can break your heart at the last. I mean, look at that poor control from him. Just sets Butler up nicely. But he's been doing well on the edge of that area. And there's a couple of times now where he's made it look like they are rushed as a defence, where he's come in and made the tackle and made the interception, put the ball back into the box, and then followed it up for a shot. The first one obviously was deflected out for a corner. The second one he's tucked away nicely. And we're beginning to play with a bit of panache. Akariki was a mile offside there, Akarakiri. So we're not going to celebrate that one. But it was a nice idea, and it would have been a good assist for Big Tell as well. But we're heading to half-time. We're sitting pretty comfortable, 2-0 again. We're back onto the balanced mentality. We just need to play this game out, really. Nobody looking overly tired at the moment. I want to bring Shepherd on for half an hour or so. So we'll see how the second half starts to progress. And we'll replace probably Akarakiri. He's been a bit quiet today. But I can assure you that Shepherd is a good replacement in that attacking midfielder role. Good work down the right. The ball's swung in early. Campbell will collect. Can he get the cross? He does. Big Tell is waiting. Big Tell heads it over. What were you doing, Big Tell? If anyone was to ask me what Big Tell's actual name is, I haven't got a clue. All I know is he's big and his name's Terry. That's all I can tell you. Oh, I forgot to make some subs. Falling asleep in the game. So we'll give Big Tell a rest and put Shepherd on. Andrews can come on for... I think bring him on for Leach. Hester on for Haywood. And we'll save one in case we get an injury. So Broom's been out on international duty, has helped us with cheering Davis up with his lack of starts. I don't know how long he's on international duty for, but as Butler, good ball to Hester. I didn't think it had made it at first. Now it comes back to him. Butler's had a good game. Onyeka, what's he going to do? He swings the ball in. Heath is waiting at the far post. Heads it against the post. Unlucky, but that was another good move. We are looking like a good side. It will be interesting to see what the star ratings of these guys will be for the division above. Because I'd like to keep a lot of this team together. There's some quite young players in here. Campbell heads to the far post. So Bradbury's got tired at the end. And I don't think we've got anyone suitable to replace him. We could put Shepherd back there and Xavier Jones into the driving seat. That's, again, the advantage of having players who can play in multiple positions. So Bradbury's still not gone off yet. it is only going to be for a few minutes that Xavier Jones gets on the pitch. But I hope he gets an opportunity, because we haven't really even seen him get a chance yet to say whether he's like missing chances or what. Oh, Shepherd, I thought he was going to get a goal then. So this will be where the sub's made. Must be difficult for the opposition when you have players who are playing in so many different positions. You can't get settled on one opponent because they keep changing. So another good cup result there. 2-0 away from home. And we move on to, I think there's a 4th qualifying round. I might be wrong. That was as comfortable as it gets. They gave us trouble for about 10 minutes, and then we took over the game quite comfortably in the end. We need to rest the team. These games are coming thick and fast. It does spread out a bit towards the sort of like November, December time, I think. But 2 days rest for everybody. I mean, look at that on the fixture schedule side of things. We've conceded 1 goal in the last 5 games. So Matlock, we played them twice in a row now, and both of them are at home. Now, as much as I'd like to do well in the cup, I think this first game is the most important one of the 2, because we do need to be putting ourselves in the driving seat for this league. So we just need to keep that pressure on the others. But then it's all about the cups, isn't it? Yeah, so, oh wow, look at that. I didn't realise that. But is it the 4th round? Or is it the it won't be the first round proper, will it? Let's see if it tells us on there. No. So it must tell us in the fixtures. Yeah, so it's a 4th qualifying round. Now, I will say that Cleethorpes have a habit of beating me. Although it's just making me out to be a liar, because they were draws, not defeats. But they caused me trouble, is what I was saying. So that's not as easy a draw as we would like. Matlock, to be fair, are a difficult team sometimes. We do know the teams quite well now. We've probably played most of the teams in this league at least 6 times. Some of them even more, with obviously the different cups and the playoffs and stuff like that. So we do have a pretty good idea. So Bailey Hall is waiting for a promise of being sold if somebody comes in for him, but nobody is coming in for him. So and Luca Davis is getting some starts so he can stop complaining. Is Broom still on international duty? Is there anywhere that tells me? Yep, he's still on international duty. Wonder if he can add that column in. Insert column. What would it be? I think it's player status, isn't it? There we go. That will tell us if they're injured and stuff as well. So that would be handy. I don't know why that's not just there anyway. I never look at familiarity, so let's get rid of that one. And then we can still see everything. That's a better view for me. So replace this column with right, so I want to give Butler another game. And I'm tempted to give Akirakiri a rest. Let Shepherd have that role. Big Tell there, and we'll put Heath on the left, Hurst on the right. Hester can come on and play in Haywood's place because Heath's in, and Andrews on for him. And that should really give us the bulk of the guys feeling pretty fit. Xavier Jones, we do probably want you in the first 5. So we've got an attacker. Let's go to match. This could be an issue, rotating so many for this match, but it is an important match and we don't want to lose it. So we'll have to sort of like monitor how the players are playing. Let's give the limelight. Oh, it's not going to let me. Mr. Shepherd. A Shepherd. See how he does today. So it's been quiet for 15 minutes. So we'll chuck the kitchen sink at them for another 15 minutes or so. See if we can get that breakthrough early. One day it'll bite me in the bum doing this. As we survive a scare with the corner. Wilson, the shot goes over. Let's drop it back to positive, just because they are the ones who are getting the opportunities there. Well, we've had 4 shots to their 1. Sometimes it's all about finding the right mentality for the team that you're playing against, and then all of a sudden the goals will start raining in and the chances will start appearing, but we're not seeing many chances there. So we've got a couple of young guys on who probably not performing as well as we'd like. I want to keep Shepherd on for a little bit longer. Hurst has not played very well at all. So I'm tempted to try something radical here and put Hester now on the left. Hold on. Why is that still saying Heath there? Oh, no. Yeah. No, that's right. Hester's replaced Hurst, who was on the right. He normally plays on the left. And have we got Akirakiri can come in for Butler. So into the second half, a couple of subs, just hopefully to bring a little bit more dominance into today's gameplay. Barrett goes out to Haywood. We do seem to be getting a highlight early on in the second half, which is good. Hester now picks up the ball, plays it very early to Tell, and he's through. And he has missed an absolute sitter. He's normally so composed as well. That was a superb pass from Hester, though. Do with a few more of them. Right, so how are we looking for tired peoples? I think Leach can come on for Andrews. And Haywood's on, so Onyeka can come on for Heath. Leaves us one in the bag if somebody gets injured. We're not getting the breakthrough here. This is getting pretty desperate. We're going to go very attacking. And Shepherd is going to come get replaced by another striker, who is going to play as a channel forward. We've got 18 minutes to find that goal. Team instructions. More direct. Bit worrying when you make these changes and the opposition gets an attack immediately. Go on, Jones. Xavier Jones charging forward. He's got 13 pace, so he should be able to keep himself ahead of these guys. He gets a shot away. We have a corner, which we won't get to see, but it was a good breakaway from a dangerous situation from them. So Haywood, Onyeka gives it back to Haywood, swings in the cross. Doesn't find any of the Blues. This one may do though. Onyeka at the far post, can't keep it down. 10 minutes to go. We are chucking the kitchen sink at them. It may be our own downfall, but we don't want to drop points here at Matlock. Duerden. We've got to play these again in the cup. Lucas, good turn, good goal, and I knew it was a risk. And we have been punished in a game which we deserve something from. All because we've gone gung-ho, trying to keep the pressure at the top of the league. This could well see us off the top. Although at the moment it's saying we are going to just hold it on goal difference. I'd love to take a draw now. Oh, dearie me. We were so keen to get the win and we've gone and blown it. Suppose you can't keep winning all the time. I mean, we deserve something from the game. They're just taking their time now. Well, that's a pretty poor ball, and it gives us an opportunity again. Akirakiri takes a shot from distance when we need him to roll it through to the strikers. Poor decision making. And we've lost. It's a first defeat for a while, so we can't be too disappointed. But we should have won, really. We were a much better team. And we have lost top spot, apparently. All right, it wasn't given an up-to-date version of the league table when I looked at it. Oh, dear. Yeah, make one mistake and it costs you your flipping position at the top of the league. That's what it was like when Blythe Spartans were in the league. Every time we caught up with them, we then dropped points and they just never did. Squad. We need to rest the players for a couple of days. Training, rest, 2 days. And off we go to the next match. That door is forever going today. So it looks like Campbell is still staying with us. So Big Tell is still improving. It's not quite at 3-star yet. It'd be good to see him get to 3-star sooner rather than later. We'll keep the same tactic for a while. We just might make a few changes in this team. There's nobody looking particularly tired. I am tempted to tell them to go and basically make up for what happened in the last game. Ollie Shenton's back, so let's bring him into the fray. Onyeka can come off for him. And Campbell on for Xavier Jones. So this is the cup version of our home games against Matlock Town. I'll tell you what, that's what's really frustrating about that league game that we lost, was it was a home game as well. So we'll try not to go so gung-ho this time. I think that we hopefully will have given them enough confidence to come out at us that we can hit them on the break and get ourselves the lead. Once we get the lead against these, I think they'll crumble. So Andrews heads it to Bradbury, who plays it out to Hurst. Hurst was disappointed in the last match, but he swings it across here. Big Tell reaches it, just couldn't quite get it under control. And Barrett will bring out the ball. Gives it to Andrews, who plays it to Hurst. Shepherd plays it to Butler. Lovely ball to Hurst. Swings in the cross. Heath wins the header just over the bar again. So again, we get creating chance after chance. But we've already gone 90 minutes without scoring against this team. We need to get a goal just to break that duck. Big Tell, Butler. Nice quick feet from Big Tell there. Passing it around in a tight space. Hurst. Will he swing in another cross? Will it be third time lucky for the head? Well, Big Tell was waiting to just plant his head on that, and Heath came from absolutely nowhere and stole the show. Not going to complain. We've finally got that goal. And we're going to go attacking as well. Now we've got that goal, we've got to ground these pests into the floor with it. We just got to really exert our dominance on them. Show them who's boss. They might have beaten us in the league, but we've just got to show them that they were lucky. They caught us on a bad day. Good work from Bradbury, Shepherd and Hurst. Hurst will now swing in yet another cross. It's going to be Heath again. He heads it down for Butler, who gives it back to Heath. And Connor Heath gets a second goal. Butler will get the assist. That was beautiful work. And all of a sudden, Matlock don't know what's hit them. I mean, it was good composure from Heath to head it to Butler, and then Butler gave it him back, and he just volleyed it into the goal. 2-0, 2 goals for Heath. Heath, it's good to see scoring, and Hurst, to be fair, because those are two of the guys who have been here for the whole three and a bit seasons. Here's Hurst again. Gives it to Andrews. Back to Hurst, who will swing in across. No, he gives it to Bradbury. Back to Hurst. He's going to give it to Andrews. I read the plan. Oh, I wasn't expecting more passes, but they've swung across in. Big Tell, get in there. Big Tell, Big Bad Tell. And that is another goal for the big man. I've lost count now. It's something like 14 goals for the season. And a volley to go with it as well. His lanky legs just reaching around the defender and prodding the ball into the goal. That's 3-0. And it is like Matlock have poked the beast with winning that first game, because they have been absolutely trashed this second game, haven't they? Hester with the corner, swings it in. Big Tell has won the header, hit the crossbar. Whew, that was so close to another goal. But 3-0 at half-time. You can't complain at a first half like that. We've got to progress in this trophy, I'm sure. It'd take a monumental effort from Matlock for us to blow this now, surely. So I want to get Ollie Shenton on, because he's coming back from injury, so we'll get him on. And I think we'll take Shepherd off. He's been the least effective of the players who cover the many positions that Ollie Shenton can play. And I think we'll take Butler off as well. We are effectively putting the big guns on here. Or do I? That would have been a tempting one. No, I'll leave it at that. I was thinking of putting Butler back in defence, resting one of the centre-backs, but I think we'll keep them there. I don't want to tempt fate too much. So, beautiful passing here. Hurst goes for goal himself. He should have squared it to Big Tell. It would have been a goal if he'd have done that. As Duerden gives it to Davis. Plays it out to Andrews. He goes on to Hurst. Hurst brings it over the halfway line. Andrews is coming to join him now, but he's not needing him at the moment. He's won a foul. And Bradley, I think, will come and take the free kick. Swung in to the far post. Big Tell was waiting, but the defence dealt with it well. Hurst now on the opposite side. It's actually his favourite side. He gives it to Big Tell, who tried a little cheeky flick through his legs to score, but it must have come off a defender. But it was a good effort. Bradbury now with the corner. Flick on, and Duerden at the far post. It was Andrews with the flick on, Duerden with the finish. I think that's his second goal of the season, Duerden. So, beginning to get some goals, but it's another corner goal. We've got 3 or 4 of them so far this season. Yeah, that was beautiful flick on. Duerden at the back post. "4-0. Just shows you that how different the matches have gone than the 2 that we played. In a matter of 4 days, we had 24 shots and scored no goals, and we've had 17 shots already in this game and scored 4. Forgot how many we'd scored then. So I'm just trying to look at how we make these final subs. I think what I'll do is I'll put Campbell on for Heath and Haywood on for Hester. Give those guys a rest, and we'll give it another 10-15 minutes, and then we'll bring whatever his name is, got out of my head, Reese. No, Reese. Oh. What's his name? Subs. Leach. Look at that. Could not remember his name for the life of me then. So, back to there. Got that down. That busy trying to remember his name, I've forgotten to bring him on. Yes, so I think we can safely say we've recovered from that defeat. As Barrett collects a loose ball. Can we get a 5th goal? Just to really rub salt into the wounds of this Matlock team. As Hurst brings the ball forward. Swings in the cross. Campbell is waiting at the far post. Hayden Campbell, he's only been on for 20 minutes, but he's managed to pick up a yellow card and a goal in that time. Well done, Campbell. 5-0. Let's just drop it back to defensive for the last few minutes. Hopefully that will see the end of the highlights as we settle for 5. So that'll teach you for poking the bear, Matlock. Have that. So there we go. 5-0. Celebration time. I mean, that was a big result, that. Especially after losing to that very same team. See, the balance, money-wise, is beginning to grow again. We're nearer to the 300 mark again. Still could do with getting rid of that £500 per week deficit. But we're making money, that's the important thing. So, I mean, look at that. Heath got 2 goals and Hurst is the one that we're praising. The 2 assists, so he was at his creative best. That's what we want to say. We want to rest the players for a couple of days because these games just keep on coming. Rest players for 2 days. Continue. I am going to stop for a quick few minutes break just to go make myself a brew, nip the toilet, and then we'll be back for the FA Cup game, which actually we do get a week in between. So what I'll do, because we're not expecting any important things to happen, famous last words, I'll actually holiday to the next match. And whilst I'm making myself a drink and stuff, the game will still progress. And I'll see you in a few minutes. So we are back and hopefully ready to continue this fine form that we've got going on this season. We'll just go through the emails, a few important administration stuff, and then it's the FA Cup, fourth qualifying round. If we win this, we go into the first round proper. Hopefully we can make some progress through to, I would like to say, the third round, but we'd have to get a good run of draws for that. So let's see what the world has got to say with regards to emails. Oh, it's not working. There we go, it's working now. I mean, that was an awesome performance against Matlock after the disappointment of the league game as well. I would say that was a perfect response to what we were looking at. We've got Hales Owen Town in the next one. Let's just have a quick look at them. See whether they're any good or not. It looks like they're a lower team than what we would be having to normally play against. So when we played Corn, they were in the same tier as us. Hales Owen, I think, Southern League Premier Central. I'm not sure if that's the same tier as us or not. I wonder if that 10 means tier 10. Let's have a look, see if we can get our league up. And if that says 7, then that would be right, wouldn't it? So if we go to Leek Town and click on that, yeah, so I never knew that. You can actually see what tier. That is a new thing for me. We learn something new every day. So would you believe that we finally have a way of showing what tier somebody is in? I never knew that was there. That is handy to know. So that will help us in the future when we're working out how good the teams are that we're coming up against. So Shepherd's had a pretty quiet couple of games as he started, so we'll bring Shenton back in for him. And I'm just looking to see if there's anybody else who... Well, yeah, I suppose we should bring Tom, whatever his name is. What's his name? Preston Broom Smith. Oh, I think he's disappeared into the under-18s. What was his name? And where has he gone? He's not signed for somebody since... I can't remember his name. I think he must have left us. That is bugging me now. Where's he gone? Transfers in the history. Tom Unwin. Where are you? So he was in the under-18s. I don't know why I haven't been able to see him when I put the squad up like this, but let's get rid of the under-18s off there now. I think Butler can stay in his position, though. I think he's been playing really well. What's his average rating at the moment? 703, but he has been playing good, so we'll keep him there for now, and Tom Unwin can come onto the bench. Let's get ourselves back over here so that we can see what we're doing. Why can I not see this guy? There he is, living blind as a bat. So I think we'll drop Shepherd right out for now. He didn't do anything special in the couple of starts that he's just had. He will get other chances throughout the year. So I reckon if we put Shenton on the left, although he might prefer the right, to be honest. He is left-footed. I've got a feeling he prefers the right. We'll give Leach a run out as well. And because it's a cup game, we'll let Hall come in. Stake his claim for the goalkeeper's jersey. These two can stay as the strikers. Just looking at this, and that is reset to how it was before. Player status is what we want there. Is he still on international duty? Rooms? No, he's not. So he can come back and onto the bench in place of Unwin, Campbell, Heath, Haywood, Andrews. So we'll take Andrews out and bring Brooms onto the bench. And we go to the next match. So this is the FA Cup 4th qualifying round. Cleethorpes have caused us some problems in the past, so it's not a guaranteed win. As D-Day brings the ball down the wing. Davis wins a good header, but a great volley from Kay. If that was Peter Kay, he certainly said have it. Callum Ainley, he's normally a bit of a pest for us. Hester taking a free kick. Swings it, finds Hurst in a load of space. Probably should have done a little bit better with that, although it was a volley. So technique is always difficult with those kind of things. Hester again with a free kick. And he's crashed it against the crossbar this time. Certainly getting involved with these dead ball situations. Shenton goes all the way back to Davis. Davis and Leach. Passing it around. Butler on a yellow card, so has volunteered to come off at half-time for Unwin if he hasn't been sent off by then. A nice 1-2 from Tell and Hurst. Shenton will pick up the loose ball. Leach. Swung in. Nobody in the vicinity of the cross, so it is cleared and safely put away. So we're going to move to attacking. Won't go quite as gung-ho as we did against Matlock, but we are struggling to break them down at the moment. So we managed to get it clear, but it's coming straight back at us. With Flannery and Kay and Cameron and Edser. All passing it around nicely. Edwards swings the ball to Ainley, who finds Hodgson. Great turn, great finish. And now we're in trouble. Oh man, can't believe it. We need to make this FA Cup first round. We need the money. All the money helps when you're moving up the league. Just giving us the opportunity to go professional. So Butler, Bradbury, Duerden gives it to Hester. Good ball through. Hester is away. Squares it to Hurst. How did you miss, you clown? What are you doing? That was as easy to score as it was to sneeze. It should have happened without you thinking about it. Unbelievable. Now they're going to score again. Just couldn't write the script, could you? Not happy with that at all. That is absolute frustration. 60% possession, and we're blimmin' throwing it away. Right, we need to make some tactical changes here. Heath is coming on for Hurst. Oh, what's going on here? This is what's going on. We were not in combined where we moved all the... That's what's been going on this whole time. Is I've been moving them around without that. So Unwin can come on for Butler. That was a sort of already decided change. Haywood can come on for Shenton, who can swap with Hester. And I think we'll leave it at that for now. Oh, what a mistake I've made in this. Moving all them players around and not noticing that I didn't have it on combined. I thought it was a bit strange when when Hurst was in that position for that shot. It wasn't where he was supposed to be. So Connor Heath brings the ball out this second half. Great work from Tell and Akarakiri. And there you go, 2-1. All of a sudden we've got the tactic back to how it should be, and it starts to work. But we still need another goal. It was a lovely, calm, composed ball from Big Tell for Akarakiri. And Akarakiri does what he does best. I think that's his 8th goal of the season now, which for midfield is pretty good. We're not even anywhere near halfway through the season yet as well. So, you know, he's potentially on for 20 goals this season if he can keep up the rate of scoring. So Unwin taking a free kick and has hit the post. Never seems on this game for the rebounds to come to the team who's attacking. It literally never happens. Time is disappearing. What's going on here? Go to positive. And got to be much higher. Bring the attack a little bit narrower. And we high press because we want that ball back. Higher defensive line because we need to get hold of the ball. We're not even going to get another chance, are we? What a way to go out of the cup. Oh, because you cocked up with making your changes in your team. This is last-ditch attack now. Good run by Haywood. Gives it to Bradbury. Heath. Akarakiri. Big Tell. Big Tell, this is your moment. Oh, you absolute clown. Oh, Owens chucked it in. Is it counted? The celebrations are still going on. We've managed to equalise in the last second, but I had given it up. That's why I didn't bother commentating. I thought that miss from Big Tell was the end of it, but Sammy Unwin has took that away nicely. And Clearthorpes must be devastated, but we are going to a replay. Whew. Well, the mistake has been made up for in the end. It was my fault, not the players. You've done brilliantly to salvage a draw. We're going to have to play Clearthorpes again. Will that mean that the league game will get pushed back? I think it will. I mean, that was a shockingly close call. I don't think I've ever had it so close in terms of scoring. That whistle could have gone at any second from that throw-in. So it will be the FA Cup. We play them in again. Then we play Bootle, and then we play Clearthorpes again, finally in the league. Then we've got the FA Trophy. I mean, these cup runs could potentially derail our season in terms of the league. Already, I would say that we're probably losing positions. Because of, well, we've not lost positions yet, but certainly these teams are a lot closer to us than they would be. About that time, 5-0, that's all I'm saying. You might have beat me in the league, but 5-0. But they've played a game more than us already. And if we go into the league stages with 2 or 3 games in hand, I think I'd rather have the points on the table than the 2 or 3 games, if I'm honest. Bradford Park Avenue were the overwhelming favourites for this season. Look at them down in 14th. We were second favourites and are living up to that. And more prefer second favourite, 4th favourite, should I say, with Matt Lockdown. So 3 of the 4 who were favourites are up there battling it out. But yeah, I would like to think that we could walk this league. We must be getting closer and closer to that showdown with Morpeth. We probably should rest the players as well. Training, rest, 2 days. And we're going to have to adjust our tactics again because they'll be wrong on the main tactic. Because some clown. Team shape. In possession. And out of possession. What's wrong with him? Tell you what, that was a close call, wasn't it? Do you know what? I think I might make a tactic for when we're losing and time's running out, because that seemed to create some chances, didn't it? So if we go to here and copy this tactic, then we bring these guys out of possession further forward. And we want to try and leave one of them, well, if not both of them, forward. So that's out of possession, isn't it? So in possession now, we want to what do we want these guys to do? I suppose just stay as the wing back. And this guy can become an attacking midfielder, because we are going for it at this point. Perhaps bring Karakiri to there, just to help that. Facilitate his runs from there. And this guy needs to be not an advanced playmaker, but a midfield playmaker. Then, team instructions wise, because this is God help us tactics. So we want more direct. I think would be the one to give with that defensive line much higher. Defensive behaviour, step up more. Tackling hard, because we're going to have to make last-ditch tackles. Much higher pace. Build up strategy, bypass the press. Or no, it'll probably be play through the press, because they will be sitting back by this point, you would imagine. And attacking width is much wider already. Supporting runs both flanks. Well, that's underlap. We want the overlap to be both flanks. So that's sort of like the gung-ho. So let's save that as 4, 2, 3, 1. Gung-ho. Probably capitals to make it look nicer. I just want to double check with the team shape that we are in possession and out of possession, not wrong in any way, shape or form. Yeah, so I'm happy with that. I think that is the tactic that we are going to be playing most of the time. That's just when we're losing with like 10 minutes to go or whatever. Well, we probably should do one that is more defensively minded for tight games as well. But I worry about that a little bit nearer the time when I've seen it in action and working. So Unwin had a good game once he came on, so I'll give him the start. He is the hero of the hour. Bradbury's on a yellow card. think we'll bring Shepherd on as well. I don't know whether to. I think I'll leave it as it is for now. Although I want to swap Hurst for Heath. So we've got a few players who could end up suspended after this game. So here we go for the second attempt at taking down Leek Town. We are at home this time, so that should make things a little bit more in our favour. Let's hope that we don't go and make any silly mistakes like we did in the last game. In fact, with me making changes, I just wanted to quickly double check that I hadn't done the same thing again. We're okay. Callum Ainley is a pest, so we will try and press him out of the game. Start building to go more positive. See if we can sort of like find that right balance of mentality to rip this team apart. Heath is at the far post and heads it home. Great cross from Rory Leach. Getting a bit of a run back in the side after Andrews had held that position for a while. That is Connor Heath's 10th goal of the season. That's 2 players now in double figures. I'm expecting us to get at least 4 players in double figures by the end of the season. Akarakiri is not a million miles off. And I think Hurst might be the other one who makes it there. Big Tell has been quiet for the last couple of games as well. So I think he got an assist for Akarakiri, but other than that, he's not done a massive amount. Corner for Cleethorpes. It's gone too far. Bradbury now brings it out nice and calmly. Big Tell is beginning to motor forward. I think that's Akarakiri who's also there. So Bradbury swings it across. Big Tell knocks it to Akarakiri. Exact same combination as last time. And there we are. 35 minutes in, 2-0. And let's see if you can do to us what we did to you, Cleethorpes. That was superb from Bradbury, though. Good composure, because it would have been easy for him just to whack the ball away. Instead, he runs forward with it. Skins his man. Does a great job of creating space. And then he's got 2 players to aim at in the box. Squares it. Goes behind Akarakiri and Big Tell. But Big Tell swings around, plays it to Akarakiri, who's able to slot it home from close range. Beautiful counter-attacking goal. So Samuel intercepts and we bring the ball out. Duerden plays it to Hester. Plays the ball forward to Heath. Heath coming around the outside. Cuts inside, and he should have done a little bit better than that, having cut inside, but it was a good attack. Battersby rolls the ball out, and that's the end of the highlight. Hall makes it look like he's done something impressive by rolling onto a loose ball as the rain comes down. Hester plays the ball to Heath. Heath loses the ball. That was pretty poor. D-Day gives it to Ainley. Ainley takes a shot. Hall plucks it out. That was a dangerous moment. That Callum Ainley is a good player. Leach plays the ball to Shenton. Gives it to Bradbury, who plays it to Akarakiri. Akarakiri charging through. Nobody's coming to him. He's gone for goal. That would have been him in double figures if he'd have scored that. So Flannery plays it to Kay. The highlight rolls on. Back to Flannery. Gives it to Edser, who gives it back. And the two just playing football together. You let everyone else join in, will you please? Flannery, Edser, come on guys. Davis heads it clear. Shenton, Bradbury, Shenton, Unwin. Plays it to Big Tell. Gives it to Heath. Gives it to Hester. Akarakiri's there. Big Tell's arriving, but the cross evades them both. And now Kay, charging forward, has covered a lot of ground very quickly. But Leach has done fantastic in getting in front of him and taking the ball off him. And that is half-time. What a brilliant first half. Absolute domination. Possession-wise, maybe not so. Just keeping my eye on everybody's fitness levels. I think everybody's okay. Why change your winning formula? I think Heath actually has had a few games off and he has come back really hungry. So we will start looking at making some substitutions. I think Shenton's looking fairly tired, as is Heath. They could be the first ones to duck out of this game. Callum Ainley in a dangerous position. He's going to score 2-1. That was poor. And, you know, that 2-2 draw could well be on here. Going to try Shepherd out there. I've not seen him on the wings yet. And we'll bring Butler on for Unwin. And Hurst on for Shenton. 3 changes, which may not necessarily strengthen our team, but I don't think they particularly weaken the team either. So we don't need to see the goal again. We know that we did not deal with that very well at all. So Leach gives it to Hurst. Swings the ball in. Big Sal hits the post. The rebounds never come to your players. Hodgson. And that's the end of the highlight. We should have been away absolutely clear of this team. And now we're one goal ahead with 20 minutes to kill. Akarakiri's looking tired. Tempted to swap Brooms for him and bring Brooms right back into defence. Play with a 5-man defence. Not very often we do that. Covering centre back is what we'll use him as. Who is likely to die next? I mean, Big Tell's not... Well, he's got a good rating, I suppose. Let's leave it as it is for now. Davis gives it to Hurst. Leach to Bradbury. Davis now gives it back to Bradbury, who plays it to Big Tell, who comes back to Bradbury, I think it was. And then the switch to Hurst, hugging the touchline. The cross into the far post and taken down by Rowe. Shepherd has earned a penalty for our side. Hurst with the penalty. Oh, what a soft penalty that was. Thought that was going to be the game done, but it isn't. I think we'll give Hester a rest for this. Now, Ollie Haywood comes on. I think probably slightly better defensively than Hester. So now we're a few minutes left. Let's drop it to defensive. So, Ollie Haywood, Butler, Duerden, Haywood, Duerden, back to Haywood. Will he swing the cross? And he does. Big Tell is lurking, and Big Tell has headed over. That should have been a goal as well. I think Big Tell's earning himself a bit of a break because his shooting's a little bit off at the moment. And I'm sure the young lad, Xavier Jones, wouldn't mind a couple of games on the pitch as well. Although Heath could also play that position pretty well. He actually plays the same role as well, which is a bit of a bonus. Big Tell. Shepherd. Overlapping to Haywood. He's only a little guy, Haywood, but he's just been taken out by Atcher. Bradbury to swing in the free kick. Shepherd. And it's fallen to Duerden. I'm not totally sure he's onside, so we'll delay the celebrations. Nobody seems to be stopping it. 3-1, and that is it. Surely now we can't lose from here. It was Shepherd's shot. Hit the number 5, is that, in the head? And Duerden was waiting for his third goal of the season, I think that is. We got the result this time that we should have got. And hopefully that will give us a confidence when we play them in the league to exact our revenge on them again. So we did get a little bit nervy when Ainsley scored that goal, but we have made it into the first round proper. Another 10 grand into the account basically as well. So that is nice. And we've got in the first round Bradford Park Avenue, which is a difficult game in the context of they were expected to be the best team in our league, but they're not at the moment. We've already hammered them once this season, and I would be hopeful we could do the same again. So now we get to focus on the league for a couple of games before the FA Trophy comes into it. When's the first round of the FA Cup? Oh, it's not until... No, that's the actual league game. So it must be January. Or, oh no, it's third round in January, isn't it? So... Ah, yeah, so there it is, the end of October. So it's really messing up our schedule for the leagues, that's for sure. Oh, I think we need to rest the team again because it's just relentless, these fixtures. I cannot believe we have not had an offer for that keeper Hall. you'd think teams would be fighting over him. I just wonder if it's his high wages that's putting off the teams that are interested. But he would bring us right back into budget if we were able to sell him. All right, so initially we look at it and we're not tired at all, but what we are going to do is bring some of these players who have been on the fringes for the last few games back into the team. I think Unwin deserves another game, to be honest, but he did okay. And we'll put Shepherd over there. Brooms. Do we bring Brooms back on for Duerden, maybe? We look at these goal scorers here. 9 for Akarakiri, 10 for Heath, 12 for Big Tell. Do we give Big Tell a rest? Put Heath in the attacking position. And Big Tell onto the bench. Hurst can come on for that. And let's give Correa a go as well. Hester can come onto the bench in place of Ollie Haywood. And I think that's where we'll leave it. That is the team for today. Quite a few changes. Let's hope it doesn't have too much of a negative on the performance today. Most of these players have played plenty of games, so they shouldn't be too unfamiliar with their teammates. Onyeka's been out for a while, so we needed him to come back in because, well, what was that, Heath? So Correa getting a rare start. The youngster swings it across. Heath is waiting, hits the crossbar. We nearly got a rebound then. Just never happens. The ball came straight to Onyeka, but somehow the keeper appeared from nowhere to snuff out the shot that he was trying to get away. So Bootle played some nice passing movement here. Barrett makes a good save. Baxter swings in the corner. The header is won quite comfortably. We've got to move forward to positive now because they have demonstrated that they want to have a go at us. We'll return it in kind. Andrews plays it across to Brooms. Gives it to Correa. Correa turns back to Brooms. Goes to Davis. Played it around at the back. It's okay as long as you don't lose it or give it away when you do finally pass it forward. Andrews finds Akarakiri. Onyeka running into space. He's got Heath and Campbell. And Heath nods on the ball. It was Heath and... I have no idea. Who is the little dude? Hurst, yeah. So Hurst and Heath were charging in, but Heath scores the goal, which absolutely Big Tell would have wanted to be scoring. But he's been dropped for today's match just because he's been missing a few simple chances recently. And it's just a sign that he just needs reminding that he's not guaranteed to play every game if he's going to miss opportunities like that. He was scoring at a very fast rate at the start of the season. That has definitely slowed down. So now we're 1-0 up. Let's see if we can put the pressure on them. We'll go into attacking mode and see if we can double that score. Onyeka again, he's having a fantastic game. Swings the cross. Hurst does collect it, sort of. Correa plays the ball to Unwin. Goes back out to Correa. Correa cuts inside. He's gone for goal himself. Hit the post. Andrews can't miss. Harvey Andrews doesn't score very often, but will definitely take that. He's got a nice little jig going on as well. Only 2-0. I mean, this season is actually developing into a really good season, and I'm absolutely enjoying the way we're playing. The question will be whether we can keep it going for the whole season. What does FM have in store for us that will scupper our chances if we were not to go up this season? Andrews plays the ball to Akarakiri, who gives it back to Bradbury, who plays the ball over to Hurst. I think he's onside. He swings in the cross. He headers it against the crossbar. Onyeka, can he square it? Good interception by the defender, and all of a sudden Whitehall has a lot of ground to cover, but a good counter-attack. But Unwin has intercepted. Onyeka wins the foul, and the commentator can take a breath. Whew. So an exciting game, which we currently are fairly comfortable in. I'd like to see us go 3 or 4 up. This is the sort of game that you would hope that we could be clearing away the winners of. Heath does well, wins it. Onyeka, the overlap from Andrews. Gives it back to Onyeka. Onyeka has charged through. Again played Andrews in. Andrews swings in the cross. There were players waiting, but it wasn't Big Tell. Akarakiri gets his number 10. We've been waiting for that. He's been in sensational form this season, and that is his 10th goal of the season, which for a midfielder is pretty impressive. And Correa with the cross, beautifully weighted. He's only little Akarakiri. He didn't have to jump at all for that cross. Just directed it into the goal. And we are looking sensational once again. We'll drop back to balance and just enjoy the rest of the game. That's the plan. Heath loses out, but Bradbury will send it forward again. He's giving it away to Weston. Baxter now plays it forward. Shamalo, who looks a big player himself, him and Whitehall. Weston, completely unmarked on the wing, cuts inside. He will score, will he? No, Barrett with a fantastic save. Keeps us in the lead. As we trickle on to half-time. Absolutely sensational performance so far. Don't think we can complain at all. What a 45 minutes, you've blown them away. Big Tell must be sitting on the sidelines here thinking, I'm going to struggle to get back in this team if they're going to play like this. And he's right. I mean, look at that. There's one player who's not in the green in terms of ratings, and that was the guy who just took the ball down, then Brooms. But he's on a 6.9, so one more point, they'd be in the green. Onyeka. Andrews is overlapping, but they're getting in each other's way now. Onyeka squares the ball, and he is there for, I think that now makes him joint top scorer with Big Tell. And his opportunities have been a lot less than Big Tell's. So he's still got it in terms of being prolific with his goals. And hopefully Big Tell will be worried about this, because it will spur him on to play even better. As we have a nice, comfortable four-goal lead. So Bradbury is coming off for Shepherd. Unwin is also looking a bit tired, but I don't think I've got another. Or what we could do is put Heath and Akarakiri can swap around so that Heath's on the attacking mid and Big Tel can come on for Unwin. It's great having all these options where you can move players around. Hester can come on and play in the left mid role for now. And I think that's what... Will we leave it or do we make one more change? I think we'll leave it for now. We've still got 20 minutes to go. There's a couple more changes we can make if people start getting tired. So Correa with a throw-in. Quarter of an hour left on the clock. Akarakiri takes it more central and goes for goal. Not really the option when you've got a big guy like Big Tel waiting for the cross. Akarakiri, Hester, Big Tel, Heath, Big Tel again, playing nice link-up play. He is so improved in terms of his overall influence on the game. And Hester at the back post has missed an absolute sitter. That should have been 5. Do we go for 5? Very attacking. Correa, Alakarri, Akarakiri, Big Tel. Chips the ball over for Onyeka. Now, he's slowly making his way, but Heath is the one who's going to get the cross and heads it over. That should have been his hat-trick. But again, Big Tel had an important part in that build-up. It's not being recognised in his numbers, but it should be. I think I like Big Tel. I think of all the regens I've had in all the games, I would say he's my favourite because his size, and yet he just seems to have a bit of an intelligence and composure about his game, which at this level makes him pretty deadly and certainly very effective. He's chasing the ball here, he's got good control and he's gone for goal, just wide. A little bit far out for him. I don't remember him scoring any from there. Maybe the penalty spot is more likely to be where he's going to be scoring from. His target for me is still 30 goals for this season. He's a long way off it at the moment because he seems to have slowed down. As White's ball gives it to Shimalo, takes a shot, but he's been taken out apparently. This is a real dangerous area. I would expect them to score from here. They've tucked it wide and over, so it was a good effort, but Barrett, I think, had it covered. Correa now to bring the ball forward. Still 5 minutes to go. There's been a lot of highlights since we went very attacking. Big Tel is clean through by the penalty spot, stuck it in, and he's got a goal. Sitting on that bench has obviously cleared his head from all his missed chances that he's had in recent games. He's watched Heath catch up with him in the goal scoring charts, and a good composed finish, which he does seem to have. In his passing and his finishing, the composure looks really good. As Barrett plays the ball to Correa, the game still goes on. More and more highlights. Oh, that was a poor pass. Two players not on the same wavelength there. Baxter's got through. Whitehall should not miss. Doesn't miss. Disappointing that we've conceded that. I'll praise the team, even though they've just stuffed up big time. Should have done it when it was 5-0, really, but hopefully they'll be G'd up. I think that's going to be the end of the match. We let Bootle have their goal. Just felt a bit sorry for them, but 5-1. Fantastic scoreline. Awesome. So we're still not top of the league, but we do have that game in hand. If we were to win the game in hand, which we're not taking anything for granted, we would be 2 points clear at the top. So Heath was superb in front of goal. Doesn't give me that option, but he did miss a couple of good chances as well, actually. And that was a fan day as well. Well, if you don't want to come and watch after that, there was 1,000 people in attendance. If you don't want to keep coming to see a team like Leek Town hammering teams week in, week out, then I don't know what's wrong with you. Again, the resting the players is an important part of this because the games are coming thick and fast. Are we on a cup game again now? I think we are, aren't we? Oh no, it's Cleethorpes first. So this is the Northern Premier match. Before we start this match, I will go for a wee walk and then we'll get into this game. But I'll just get us to the game first before we do that. Smith's training report. Now, Smith is a non-contract player, isn't he? Because otherwise I would... Oh, no, he isn't. We can loan him out. I'm going to offer him out for loan because he's not getting any game time at all here. He's a useful substitute, but... Right, so... We've got Heath. Do we... I mean... Would we be mad to change the team? Do you know, I think we would. I think if ever a team deserved to get a second run out, it's a team that played in that week. So Big Tel will have to spend another day on the bench. Absolute madness for the top scorer, 13 goals and 3, to be struggling to get into a side. And it just demonstrates how strong our side is at the moment. Where's Hurst? How many goals have you got? Have you only got 3 goals? I swear Hurst had 6 goals. Oh, must have imagined it. That's a lot of assists, so maybe I misread that. Okay, so we'll keep the same team. We'll click go to match, but we won't actually play the match until I've been to the loo. So I'll be back in a moment. Okay, let's rock and roll for this third game of the stream against Cleethorpes Town. So they will be looking to avenge us knocking them out of the cup at the second attempt. Hopefully, we'll be able to make sure that they are unable to do that. Onyeka brings the ball forward. Had a super game in the last game, and it looks like he's going to be creating more chances for us. I think that was Akarakiri who should have scored there, to be honest. A long ball forward. Brooms deals with it and heads it to Bradbury. That's something I've noticed this season, is when we've won the headers, we've been a lot better with directing them to our players. I think this ball's coming long again. What that keeper's doing, but it didn't look skillful. Hurst, once again, we've managed to win the header and find one of our own players. Bradbury spreads it out to Andrews. Onyeka. I mean, this team and this tactic is looking very solid at the moment. Onyeka goes round the outside, swings in the ball. Corner Heath at the back, and he has slotted it home. 1-0. Easy as that. This team is looking good. Can we keep it up for the whole of the season? That is the question. Beautiful header. So, JK, Edsa, Atcha, Rowe, Calamanley, good tackle. Unwin has got himself clear. Plays a good ball to Onyeka. Onyeka's clean through. Should have put it in with his left foot, but he went for his right foot and hit the goalkeeper. Once again, our forward line have got good ratings here. I'm going to suggest we go a little bit more positive again. Try and just play them out of this game. We haven't had a shot yet. I mean, this, if ever there's a day where you say don't get complacent, this is it. But I'm going to bring Big Tell on. I can't do it for this screen for some reason. For Akarakiri, who's been pretty quiet, to be honest. And we're still on combined, aren't we? So we're not ruining anything by putting Big Tell up front. And Heath brought to the attacking midfield role. Correa's enjoying this little spell in the side. So Bradbury. The swing in the corner. Big Tell is waiting. And who was that rose up? Somebody jumped. And I think they out-jumped Big Tell. But I don't know who it was. Possibly Andrews, but I'm not sure. So 10-0 in the shots, 8-0 on target. Only 1-0 in the scoreline. It's not a cup game, guys, so don't you go spoiling this. Unwin's having a good run in the side himself, and that's a good free kick. Great effort. I think it was Davis. So we never see the corners, but we get the throw-ins. Correa. Hurst. Big Tell, good control, and it's come back to Hurst, and he swung it across again. How have we not scored? This has got 1-1 written all over it, this has. I mean, this is just constant pressure. Swung in again. If we don't get another goal, I would be seriously worried towards the back end of this match. We've got it though. Big Tell is checking for the flag. I'm not seeing anything yet. So Big Tell. I think that's his 14th for the season. Keeping him just one ahead of Connor Heath. Come off the bench in the last 2 games and scored in both of them. Now we can relax a little bit because we can make that one mistake and not throw the game. Onyeka bringing the ball forward again. He has been superb since coming back into the side. Poor Ollie Shenton. Trying to get into this team is an absolute nightmare at the moment. Davis. Bradbury has lost out to Callum Ainley. Thankfully, the highlight ended, so he didn't get to take it. So Shepherd can come on for Unwin. Heath can go out to where Hurst is. And Hurst can be replaced by Campbell. And then Hester can come on for Correa, who's had a superb game. We're not making that change because he's been bad. I just think that Hester will want to be getting on the pitch. He is an important player to the side, and we don't want Hester getting upset in any way, shape or form. So they've not got D-Day on the pitch today, they've got AQ instead. Snooker Q. Oh, what a volley that was from K. Peter K. Have it. Oh, D-Day is on the pitch, he's on the left. That's unusual. He's normally on the right. I mean, their team has stayed pretty consistent over the 3 years that we've been playing against them. Most of those players are players I recognise. I'm very happy with the way that you played. Another comfortable 2-0 victory. What's up, mate? Come here. What's the matter with you? You want a cuddle? Oh, here's a cuddle. Oh. So we've had plenty of people come in with loan offers for Smith. And actually, this will go some way to making our wage deficit not look so bad. What are you trying to get, serious? There's nothing there. Yeah, there's no toy there. Go find your toy. It's over there. Go find your toy. The dog's not having it. That his toys are not around here. So FA Trophy against, I can't remember, was it Hales Owen? Yeah, Hales Owen. Technically, we should be winning this game, as we bid farewell to Smith for 5 weeks, 5 months even, and brings our deficit down quite substantially, to be honest. Just hope we don't get a load of injuries now, because that would cause us an issue. So we've got the FA Trophy match against Hales Owen, then a difficult game against North Ferriby. I imagine that, I don't know where they are in the league, but they are one of the teams who have just come into the league. And then the cup game against Bradford Park Avenue, and the league game against Morpeth Town. That is a tough little run right there. So hopefully we can keep ourselves in form during this, because if we can come away with victories in the cup games and the league games, that will put us in a real good position for the rest of the season. So once again, we're seeing impressive improvement from Big Tell. Has he reached 3-star yet? Not quite. But everything's going in the right direction. So we can be pretty assured that he's got to keep improving over the course of the next couple of seasons. So we come to this match, for some reason, everything's out of sync. So I reckon if we put Hurst off for Shenton. Where are you, Shenton? Unwin and Akarakiri swap places, and Big Tell come on. That's a target man. Heath just behind him. Left back has had another good couple of games now, Correa, so he will benefit from that. He can come off. We'll put Ollie Haywood on the bench. Start bringing him back into the team, because we don't want him to be getting too despondent. Duerden will probably need to come back in for Davis. And I think we'll keep the keepers the same for now, just for a little bit longer. Xavier Jones needs to be on the bench. So we'll go with Campbell. Sorry, not Campbell. Shepherd rested off the bench so that Xavier Jones can be there. Let's get to this match against Hales Owen. We are obviously trying to put out quite a strong side. The cup run is quite important to us, I think. The old voice is beginning to strain now. So Hester picks up an early long ball. Big Tell. Onyeka finds space. He's got Big Tell and Heath waiting in the middle, but he's come back. Bradbury with a shot from the edge of the area. Hester takes a shot from even further out, and actually wasn't a million miles off. But a lively start from the Leek Town boys. Come on, you Blues. Come on, you Blues. Hester with a corner. He swings it. Big Tell is lurking, but the defender does well. Onyeka goes for goal, hits crossbar, and ball bounces. Why was it a free kick? Not sure what was given there. Maybe offside. But once again, it's a rebound that never seems to go to the attacking team. Bradbury gives it to Akarakiri. Plays the ball out to Onyeka. Onyeka has been sensational. And Connor Heath with a shot and great save. The ball comes back in. Shenton, Heath, everybody's just blocking these shots. I mean, we are going at these at the moment. I don't think they are very good at all. So we're going to chuck the kitchen sink at them for a bit. See if we can find that goal. Brooms with the ball right at the back. Gives it to Duerden. Loads of space. They're obviously sitting very deep. Onyeka. Heath. Finds Onyeka again. Absolute all the space in the world for Onyeka every time. And he finds Big Tell. I think that's his 15th of the season. Great finish from Big Tell. Big Bad Tell. Onyeka with the cross. And like I say, the last few games, he has been ripping teams apart on that right-hand side. Hester would normally be playing in that position, can't get a look in at the moment because Onyeka is just in such good form. He's having to settle for left back, which could leave Haywood getting frustrated. A long throw from Hester there, and it was a really long throw. But it's picked up by the Hales Owen defender, Reynolds, who's played a beautiful long ball to Thomas. This could be 1-1. Oh, wow. That was lesson learned. Let's get back to balanced. We don't need to be pressing too hard now. We have the lead. Very good first half performance. Need to not get complacent, admittedly, but we can be very happy with that. Ollie Shenton is going to come off. Is he on the left? Yep. For Haywood. And Hester can move forward. Haywood drop back to the left back. Brooms. This is probably the pointless highlight, so I don't know why I've commentated it. Oh. That was close, but Barrett was equal to it. Osagi should have scored then. But just that little sign that we haven't put this one to bed yet. Duerden gives it to Andrews, who gives it to Onyeka. Heath. Bradbury. Akarakiri. Oh, that's a great interception for Baker, and the counter-attack is on again. Quantrell has got through. How they've not scored this, I do not know. Got to go positive again. We need that goal. Big Tell chasing the ball, but it's too far ahead of him. Back it comes again. I mean, they are committing a lot of players forward now, aren't they? We may have to try and stop them. Oh, dear me, this is getting a bit desperate here. So what we're going to do is bring these guys back all the time. So holds position, careful, that's what we want from them too. Out of possession. I think that's fine. And it's just one instruction on the out of possession stuff that we want them to do is drop off ball. Because they're getting around the back of us a little bit too much, and we need to stop that. I do want us to find that second goal, though. I think that is something that is important for us. Akirakiri plays the ball out to Hayward. Hayward charging down the wing. Swings in the cross. Big Tell is waiting. Should have buried that. That was a free header. I mean, they have got the smallest guy marking Big Tell. Quite amusing, actually. It looks like a father and son relationship. Look at him. That is ridiculous. Big Tell again. This time with his feet, unable to find the finish. And now Houghton charging forward. Will somebody make the tackle? He's still going. That is ridiculous. How have we allowed that? You are getting berated. Cannot believe they've just done that. I mean, they are playing superbly in the second half, Hales Owen. Heath. Oh my word, what a goal that is. What a finish from Heath. That is the best goal I've seen on Football Manager 26. Just takes it in stride. Two quick touches and into the top corner. What a goal that was. Time is ticking away here, and I think we're going to win. 2-1. A little bit closer than it should have been. Look at the difference in the chances. So actually not that different in the cold light of day, but we completely dominated possession. They were very good on the counter-attacks, particularly in the second half. But we've come away with the win in the end without too much stress. So I would say that is a job well done. So now we've got to sort of think about what is our best I thought I was going to have an argument with my captain then. So now we've got the difficult league game before the difficult FA Cup game before the difficult league game. Let's get the players rested. I mean, the form that my strikers are in at the moment is just unbelievable. And it all seems to boil down to Onyeka. If Onyeka got injured now, I think I'd be worried. So Ollie Shenton, I think, will bring off for Hayward. And will not make the same mistake as we did last time. I think Leach will probably be raring for a go. So we'll put him Why won't it let me make that change? I'll try to change 2 people that are already off. That's what it is. Right, so Xavier Jones can come off and Andrews can go onto the bench. Bradbury, Ekarakiri, Onyeka on the right, Leach. I think Davis is on the bench today, but let's keep the 2 better defenders together and then we'll swap Davis and Duerden for the next game. I think that's what we'll do. If I remember, of course. We'll get ourselves through this difficult period. 3 more games. And then I think I'll knock it on the head for today. But that's the target that we'll aim for, is to play the Morpeth Town. And then we'll have a real idea of where we stand in terms of the league and the cups. We've already achieved everything that we set out for in the FA Cup. So to get through this next stage would be a bonus. So North Ferriby is the team that we're up against first. We'll concentrate on that game as Leach charges through, goes left-footed. I'm not sure why he did that. It really opened up for Leach there. I think this is our game in hand as well, so if we were to win this, we would go top of the league. No pressure, guys. Brooms, Ekarakiri. Haywood's on his bike, and he's been found. Swings in across to the far post to Onyeka, who's pulled it back. It's gone out for the corner, which we won't see. If it had gone out for a throw, it would have shown us. So Bradbury with a free kick. Plays it to Ekarakiri. Comes back out to Bradbury. Will he swing in the cross? He goes left-footed to Onyeka, who's on the opposite side. He swings in the ball. Big Tell's waiting, and Big Tell with the goal. 16 minutes it's taken for Big Tell to score. That's Big Tell, Big Bad Tell. A good ball again from Onyeka. He is just absolutely running the show at the moment. Don't know what he was doing on the left, but he seemed to enjoy it. Certainly caught their defenders out, whatever. Signs are good so far in this game. We could do with that second goal just to give us that little bit of distance between the 2 sides. So we'll move to positive, see if we can force it to happen. Instead, they have a corner, which they've taken short. I really hate it when we allow them to pass it around like that in our box. It's like so many players in so much space. They've gone for a shot from distance, hits the crossbar, and that was close. North Ferriby have been woken up. Oh dear, this is not good. How has he missed that? I think we need to go defensive at the moment. They are creaming us. Since we've got ahead, I'm not happy with what are they doing? Nobody went to him. Here they come again. This is not looking good at all. They are all over us. Big Tell holds the ball up well. Hayward's unmarked out there. Played Hester through. Big Tell's waiting. He couldn't get his feet sorted. But Connor Heath has picked up the cross from Ollie Hayward, and that is 2-0. Now we need to consider how they're playing in this game, because we are struggling to contain them. And it is short passing that is doing it. So I think we dropped the midfielders to defensive midfielders and have them pressing. I think that's the way to deal with this. So we'll drop these guys back so that they're a bit more defensively minded. And team instructions, out of possession, press more often, and go to mid-block and standard defensive line. I'll leave that for now. I'm not totally sure on what to do with that, but I do want to get stuck in as well. Don't think we need to make any changes to the side yet. Hester's had a pretty quiet game. Why do we kick it out every single kicker? Hester with a corner in the 51st minute of the game. Onyeka gives it to Broom. Onyeka does a shot. It's Ethan Brooms has taken the shot. It's taken a deflection. Very generous to give it to Ethan Brooms. But 3-0 should see this game safe now. It was headed out by Brooks. Onyeka won the header, gave it to Brooms. Dewarden and Brooms with a 1-2, set it up, and it was a header from Whelan. I gave Brooms the goal, and that hopefully will quell any ideas North Ferriby have of coming back into this game. Good tackle from Dewarden there, but they've still got the ball and they've scored straight away. Josh Whiteley with the goal. Straight back into it. North Ferriby are passing this ball around like demons at the moment. Just cannot get it off them. Time has drifted away there. I was nearly asleep, I think. Completely forgot to make any changes, so we'll ring them now just to make sure. So Onyeka's looking tired, so we'll take him off. Heath is looking tired, so we'll take him off. Unwin can come on for Bradbury because he's tired. Andrews can replace Haywood because he's tired. It means we haven't got a captain. Yeah, we'll go for Dewarden off for him. The whole team changing. Hopefully that gives us a new lease of life in terms of energy. So it's got a little bit scrappy, but Big Tell has turned his man and fired the ball over the bar. It was a nice little turn from Big Tell. He sold the defender. For a big guy, he does seem reasonably competent in all areas of his football. So, good result. I think that puts us top of the league now. Having caught up our games. Oh no, Morpeth Town are now a game behind us. But they are 5 points behind us as well. So Heath is set for a goal bonus. Thoroughly deserves it because he is scoring goals left, right and centre, as is Big Tell for that matter. It's very nice having two players who are scoring goals. This is what I was afraid of now. Whew. Well, I didn't know if that was going to work or not, but we've managed to coax him down to a squad player because he was complaining. But we will, of course, try and use him a little bit more anyway. But once again, he's complained at a time when he's started a game. See, we're in danger of Hurst having those issues as well. I didn't rest the players. Oh, that might have been a mistake. Right, so. Oh, my eyes want to close. Let's see. So we said we'd bring Davis on for Duerden. Ollie Shenton could come on for Onyeka. This could be a mistake because Onyeka is in sensational form. Campbell on for Hester. Where's Hurst? Let Hall have a game because it's the cup. And actually, do you know what? I think Rakiri can have a rest as well. This could be a mistake, like I say. Well, let's see how they get on with this. The players are who are being rested up at a Morpeth game, really. But hopefully this will not cause us to cock up what we should win this game. But Bradford are a better team than they've been showing in the league this season. So Connor Heath, pointless highlight. Ugh. So it is good seeing all these bigger name teams in the cup competition that we are in. Look at that, Bolton Wanderers and the likes. Very nice. I think I'd like to do a Bolton save one day. It's, you know, sort of fallen giant sort of save would be an interesting one to do. Hurst, find Connor Heath in space, gives it to Big Tell. It's not over yet though. Hurst again plays Leech in. Leech can't find the. I mean, they are defending deep, aren't they? Hurst gives it to Heath. Leach. What is Hurst going to do with this? Bradbury. Keith. Comes out to Hurst. Seemed to be very tight. I think Campbell was offside there, but all the passing around was very tight there. I'm wondering if we need to try and hit earlier crosses. Let's give it a little bit of a try, see whether it works. Is it that one? Hit early crosses. We want them floated as well, don't we? But a big man. So Leach with a throw. Ball is back out to Leach. Hurst luckily gets it. And that was a rebound. I mean, Connor, he spooned it, but that's the first rebound I can remember seeing on Football Manager 26. Certainly since the last update. So we've given the ball away here in quite silly circumstances. Carbon now is through. This is a dangerous moment for us. He's cut inside. Hall makes a great save. That could have been problematic for us. Is it a sign that Bradford Park Avenue are beginning to get a foothold in this game? Which we do not want. I don't like what I've just seen. That's what I'm saying. And Hurst is coming off. Oh, we can't do it for this screen, can we? What's that? That's just popped up. Tactics. Hurst is coming off for Onyeka. Second half. Onyeka has been in such good form that you would hope that he will cause them problems down that right-hand side now. Davis. Vickery. Back to Gouda. Campbell. Not our Campbell, their Campbell. McDonald. Be real McCoy with the shot. The keeper was able to tip it over the bar. I think, you know, that they might actually be in control of this game now. So we are chucking the attacking mode on. Going to make some changes as well, trying to improve our team. So Unwin can come on for Shenton. Akarakiri can come on for Heath. Campbell is on a yellow card. So Hester come on for Campbell. As we try and get some kind of semblance of control on this game. Akarakiri. Onyeka. Gives it to Akarakiri, gives it to Leach. Swings in the early ball. It's what we've asked him to do, but it didn't work out. And now the counter-attack is well and truly on. They've swung in the early ball. And the dive has got a penalty. Oh, can't believe this. All out of tap. We're going to be 1-0 down. We'd never save these penalties. What was that? Oh my word. The keeper went the wrong way and he absolutely missed the whole goal. He had the whole goal to aim at and somehow managed to miss it all. But we are cooking the kitchen sink at them here. Need to switch my earphones. But while I was doing it, the real McCoy has gone and scored the winning goal. That is very frustrating. So that is that one swapped over. Right side. I have just remembered though, we have another tactic for this exact situation. Let's see what happens here. Onyeka swings in the cross. Big Tell is waiting. Big Tell makes the header and scores. That's Big Tell. Big Bad Tell. I don't think we have replays in this, so we still have the opportunity to win this game in extra time. I'm pretty sure once it reaches the first round proper, the replays are done with. I think we need to drop it back down to balanced. We want to be as likely to win as lose and not sort of like get hit on the break. I knew this would turn out to be a tough game. And if we do lose it, it's not the end of the world. But the further we go in the FA Cup, the better. Hester. What a finish that is. Bailey Hester. I think that's his third or fourth goal of the season now. He was the first goal scorer of the season. And I think we can be quite impressed with that, because that was a good, well-worked move between him and Big Tell. And the two of these guys have just stepped up and completely turned this game around. So we're going to drop to defensive now, because we are literally a couple of minutes away from the end. Hopefully, this was the last highlight. It was, and there it is. Into the second round of the FA Cup we go. Who will we get? I look forward to finding out. I mean, this is going surprisingly well. So, Ring has been sacked by Bootle. 46,000. Look at that. We're nearly up to 400,000 in the bank. I mean, that was a good comeback win there. I don't understand why Correa thinks he should be starting more games. He started 5, 6 if you count the cup. What is his agreed playing time? Where do we find that? I think I'll give him a few games. I think that's the answer to that. Hayward might start complaining, but we'll definitely give him a run of 3 or 4 games. He's played okay in the games that he's come in on, so I'm not too worried about that. The only question is whether we make that first game this next league game, which is really important to us. And I don't think we do, if I'm honest. I think we look to the games afterwards for making his appearances in the team. I mean, if we look at the league now, we've got the two teams below us have a 5-point deficit on us and played a game more. If we were to get even a draw against Morpeth Town, that would really help us out, wouldn't it? So I think this last game of the stream, I don't think we need to even win it. I think if we got a draw, I would say that was a good result under the circumstances. So who do we put in? I think we put Heath onto the left, bring Akarakiri back. And let's give Correa the game. See if he stops whining. Barrett in goal. I think he's my best keeper. And Onyeka on the right. We're trying to keep all these players happy. It's not an easy task. But I think that's the team that we're going to go for today. Just looking at the bench to see whether there's... Oh, Hester. Could do with Hester being on there. He will soon be complaining. That's an issue with him. Oh, it's tough, isn't it? I'm going to put Shepherd on as well, on the bench, that is. So the final game of the stream will hopefully come away with a result here. Guerrero, you're going to have to prove yourself today because I've put you in an important match. And that was not a good start. I mean, away from home against the team who are probably going to finish second in this league. If that's presumptuous that we win it, isn't it? Oof, and they nearly scored. Bowen, Luca Davis made the tackle in the end. But that was a dangerous moment for us. We've won the ball back there. Leach goes back to Davis. It comes down to Onyeka. Bradbury. Back to Onyeka. He's overlapped by Leach. He plays the ball to Leach, who swings the ball to the far post where Heath wins the header. Should have headed it back towards Big Tell, to be honest. If he'd have done that, it'd have been a goal guaranteed. Early doors, though, we're looking like we're creating plenty of chances. Just nothing that is showing on the highlight reel. Swung into the far post. Big Tell has got a beautiful header onto that and hit the post on the opposite side, and it's gone in. So Bradbury with the goal, the assist. Big Tell with the goal. Big Tell, Big Bad Tell. Yes, look at that perfect header. Keeper couldn't get anywhere near it. And that makes it a little bit more of a good score. We're going to drop to defensive now and just see if we can lure this Morpeth team out of their shell. Because a draw's good enough for us. Oh, I'm not totally sure how that did not go in. It was rolling along the line. So a bit of a scary moment there. Maybe defensive was a little bit too much. We'll go to cautious. Onyeka bringing the ball forward. He's got Leach trying to overlap him, but he's not been given a chance to. I thought Big Tell had done it again. He was aiming for that far post again. So we're not there yet. This is not as key as we would like it to be. Let's make some changes. 53 minutes in. Hester can come on for Karela. There's nobody looking specifically tired, but Akarakiri has not had a great game, so Shepherd can come on for him. Archie Shepherd is a good player, actually, and I think that if we didn't have already such a settled team, I think he would be sort of playing a lot more in this team. If he'd have come in before Akarakiri, he may even have been keeping him out of the team. But Akarakiri's had such a super season, and it's hard to not play him first. Come on, guys, put in the tackle. Don't let them back in. Demand more. They might not like that while they're winning 1-0, but they seem to be slipping a bit here. It's a long ball. McCann is there. Brooms does well. Onyeka, will he get there first? He does, but he loses out on the shot. Forces a good save from Barrett. This is looking a little bit dicey at the moment. Let's go to our defensive midfielder things. Unwin can come on for Duerden. Davis is feeling pressured, so Duerden can come on. And Andrews for Leach. No, we'll leave that in case we get an injury. They've picked up an injury. I don't know, if that been a red cross, does that mean that Moss is off and they're down to 10 men? Let's see how many dots have we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, so he is on. Well, we've managed to pull a 1-0 win. The game just disappeared. What a way to finish it. I'm not going to complain because that was the toughest game that we're going to face this season, away to Morpeth Town, and we have come away with a 1-0 win. It was narrow. It's the first time that we've gone defensive in the whole of the season, but this is where we leave ourselves at the end of this stream, which has been very productive. 17 games in now, a 5-point lead over Matlock Town and a game in hand. 8-point lead over Belper Town and Morpeth Town. Again, Belper Town have played a game extra. So far, everything is looking set up for us to get promotion this season, but it only takes a few games where you drop your guard and things are going wrong. We have a cup game against Leamington to come soon. And have we got the FA Cup against Wigan Athletic at home? Could have done with it being away. That doesn't help us really. So we'll have to hope for a monumental upset in that game if we're going to make the money for making the third round. I don't think it's going to happen, but we can live in hope. We might have to come up with a special defensive tactic for that one game, I'm not sure. But we can be very proud of the way that the team have played all season long. If we go back to where we started with that 3-1, it's all greens, it's all lots of goals. Very occasional draw and a very occasional slip up. We're looking really good as it stands at the moment. And when we next come back to this save, we'll be coming into, I would suggest, the running. We'll probably try and come back for the Wigan game, and so that'll be in a month's time in terms of the game. We won't get all that done in one stream, but I don't know. We'll have to see how we go. I may not do that on stream because it is probable that we will get hammered anyway. So it might not be a fun thing to watch. So Stockton Town is our next match after that, which, like I say, that's always been the one that I thought would be the most difficult team this season. But they have been languishing near the bottom of the league. So hopefully they will continue that bad form right the way up to after we've played them. I'd like to thank you for any participation you've had in this stream. I appreciate you, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.